Hello everyone, welcome back. The Shadows of the Solar Temple, an Apocalyptic Order. In the quiet hills of Switzerland, where the dense forests kissed the snow-capped mountains, there was once a community that sought enlightenment beyond the stars. Founded in the early 1980s, the Order of the Solar Temple promised its followers a transcendent journey, one where the soul would ascend to a higher plane of existence. This narrative, however, would turn sinister, echoing with the harried whispers of belief gone astray, culminating in horror, a mass suicide that would send shockwaves around the world. The Solar Temple emerged from the tapestry of New Age movements, where spiritual seekers were hungry for meaning in an increasingly fragmented society. Led by charismatic figures like Luc Chouaret and Joseph de Mombro, the temple preached an esoteric mix of Gnosticism, ancient Egyptian mythology, and a prophetic return to the cosmic order, the assertion that the earth was in turmoil and only a select few could escape its impending doom. The allure of such beliefs captivated a diverse array of individuals, artists seeking inspiration, intellectuals searching for answers, and the disillusioned yearning for purpose. The temple, with its backdrop of idyllic landscapes and its promises of eternal life, tantalized those ready to follow its guiding philosophies. Yet, deep within the lush greenery and celestial dreams lay a ticking clock of psychological manipulation. The leaders fostered a culture of dependency, members were encouraged to sever ties with the outside world. Social isolation became a tool, a means for the leaders to maintain control over the faithful. For many, leaving was unthinkable. They had come to see the Solar Temple as more than just belief, it became their family, their sanctuary, their only reality. As years unfurled, what began as a serene quest for enlightenment morphed into a chilling descent into fanaticism. The temple's teachings grew darker, laced with dire prophecies about the end of the world. A sense of urgency saturated the air. Luke and Joseph propounded that purification was possible only through shared departure from the earthly realm. The idea of transit to the next level, concepts intertwined with death, became a central message. To die was to be reborn. In late 1994, the threads of isolation and desperation tightened, leading the group toward chaos. The unexpected death of a charismatic leader can induce crises within a cult, and following the death of de Mombro, rumors swept through the community. An impending apocalypse was coming, they believed, and they must escape it by whatever means necessary. Members were told that they could not survive the imminent cosmic cataclysm without partaking in a final act of faith, an act that would ensure their soul's ascension to a promised paradise. On October 5, 1994, the members of the Solar Temple gathered in relative secrecy in the secluded site of Carey, Switzerland. What followed was a meticulously programmed series of events that echoed the eerie and unsettling quiet before a storm. Adorned in ceremonial robes and with chalices of wine in hand, they entered the dark hypnotic trance of their beliefs. As tragedies go, there are no words adequate to describe the horror that transpired that evening. 53 members, including men, women, and children, relinquished their earthly existence. They lay side by side, nobody screamed, nobody fought, each willing participant seeing themselves not as individuals but as parts of a whole, spiraling toward the divine. The scene was surreal, a haunting tableau of faith becoming a conduit to profound despair. In the following days, the bodies were discovered, decaying in their forgotten reverie. Authorities were bewildered, the media swarmed, desperate for explanations. How could such a horrific act be rationalized? Scholars, psychologists, and spiritual leaders dissected the event, each attempting to unravel the tangled skeins of psychological compulsion and sinister leadership. In a world where love and faith turned sour, how did human minds bend under the weight of delusion? Many sought comfort in classifying this tragedy as an anomaly. Those people were different, we can't ever let this happen again. Yet, the truth bore heavier. The Solar Temple was not an eerie cult nestled in some forgotten corner of the earth, it was a reflection of society's struggle with existentialism, faith, and human connection. The most insidious threats can emerge from the desire for belonging. The Solar Temple was a mirror reflecting back the vulnerabilities and aspirations of individuals seeking solace in a world ruled by uncertainty. As the days turned into months and years, the cautionary tale of the Solar Temple seeped into our collective consciousness. It served as a stark reminder of the perils woven into the threads of fervent belief and uncontrolled charisma. Discussions arose in cafes, homes, and classrooms, inviting questions about absolute faith. Where does the line between devotion and fanaticism blur? What makes individuals susceptible to submitting themselves to the will of another? Furthermore, The tale begged for deeper exploration of societal roles and responsibilities. How could we create more inclusive communities that embrace difference, where individuals could seek meaning without being consumed by isolation? Instead of condemning the solar temple as an insular tragedy, could we explore the underlying yearnings that fostered its rise? The community's desires for love, purpose, belonging, could they be channeled toward more constructive outlets? As whispers of the solar temple lingered, gripping tightly around the throats of those who believed it was a psychic anomaly of the past, its legacy morphed into lessons etched in humanity's collective memory. The final act of the solar temple became synonymous with a battle fought not just against external circumstances but against the internal entirety of the human condition. Before we cast aside or even demonize the solar temple and its forgotten congregation, we must frame their narrative in a complex tapestry of hope and despair. In a world that may feel fractured and chaotic, their story beckons us to confront our most profound questions, urging us to craft spaces where dialogue flourishes and faith transforms, not into tragic endings, but beginnings. The admonition is not merely to remember but to learn and to ensure that shadows like those of the solar temple do not darken our doors again. In the quiet whispers among friends and family, let us find the strength to seek hope beyond despair, for in the intertwined fabric of humanity lies not only the potential for darkness but an abiding light that can transcend, restore, and uplift. That's it for now. See you in the next post.